this was like devastating to the whole family. She holds everyone together. She's the glue of this whole family.
Cathy Doyle's daughter, Jenny Gray, describes what the whole family thought the day Cathy was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia. She'd already been through ovarian cancer, and now she had cancer again.
And I looked at my husband, and I said, I can't believe this is happening to me. I cannot believe this is happening to me again. And I said to him, it's not going to beat me.
As you can see, it didn't beat her. This is a typical day at the Doyle household. There are now 4 grandchildren, her 2 children, and their spouses, and her husband, Rich. Cathy is right there, still being the center that guides them. But getting here was tough. Cathy's human oncologist, Dr. Annie M., recommended an allogeneic stem cell transplant, which requires a donor who is a close genetic match. Cathy happens to have 9 brothers and sisters, and every one of them was tested, hoping they would be the match. 2 of her brothers were 100% matches, and younger brother Michael became her donor.
Joy. I knew it was going to work. I was so excited, so blessed. I just felt so good about it. It was just a very positive feeling, and I never thought it wasn't going to work. This is going to do it. This is going to be it. I'm going to get through this.
Stem cell transplants, while life-saving, also require intensive chemotherapy, depleting the body of fast-growing cancer cells to prepare it for the new donor cells. Cathy spent a month at UPMC Shadyside Hospital.
We weren't sure it was going to work. Some of us had our doubts. We weren't sure. No one was sure, but she was like, no, I'm sure. I'm doing this. This is going to happen.
Michael said he knew he'd be the match Cathy needed and never hesitated to be her donor. But it wasn't until Cathy's son Richie embraced him at a family wedding that he truly understood the magnitude of his donation.
Got to do it. I mean, you know it's your family member. And when her son come up to me, it was like, it was hard because Richie was like, he got me, you know, and he goes, you don't realize what you're doing to my family. It's really great that you're doing this. I'm like, Richie, I'm not even thinking twice about it. Because, you know, it's my sister, you know? When you come from 10, we always stood up for each other. You know what I mean? That's the way my parents taught us.
The stem cell transplant was the first step, but the procedure comes with complications. One of them, graft versus host disease. That's when the recipient cells begin to attack the new cells. It was at that same time that UPMC Hillman Cancer Center cancer researcher Dr. Warren Slomchek was starting a clinical trial to study a way to stop graft versus host disease, and Cathy was the first to enroll.
So what's so incredible about the science that Dr. Warren Slomchek has pioneered is that he's developed a way of manipulating the stem cell graft so that the graft contains the cells that help prevent the leukemia from coming back, but take out cells that cause the life-threatening complication of graft versus host disease.
Because of Cathy and other Hillman patients, this research is now a national study with patients at multiple cancer centers throughout the country. It's hoped to become a standard of care for cancer patients in the future.
Cathy is a wonderful example of the amazing results of this trial and of the science of Dr. Warren Slomchek. She continues to be in remission to this day. She had acute graft versus host disease initially, but it was very well controlled with steroids alone, and she is in perfect health to this day.
Cathy says she owes her family, especially her brother.
I would not be here today if it wasn't for my brother Michael. Because of him, he gave me this life. And I'm so fortunate. I'm blessed beyond words.
Cathy offers to explain her treatment to other patients who are faced with the same illness. She also makes a point to visit the nurses on the inpatient floor at UPMC Shadyside who cared for her for the weeks that she was there.
Because they needed to see me now and how I'm doing now. That this is what they did for me. You know, they see these sick people and these people don't come back. I had to go back and let them see what they got me to, because they're the ones who got me through this. Those nurses were amazing. So
Oldest grandson Brody wraps this up perfectly.
She makes me feel so hearted for her. I like my niece like infinity and beyond.
This is what got me through. This is why I knew I wasn't going to lose this battle, because I said, I need to be here.